Yes, final thoughts. I hope this video inspired you to adopt minimalist habits that go far beyond organizing objects. Minimalism is a journey that can transform various aspects of your life, bringing more clarity, intentionality, and purpose. May you use this philosophy in a light and fluid way, exploring its full transformative potential. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, or even a suggestion. It makes a big difference and helps me keep creating videos like this. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, take the opportunity to join the channel and stay tuned for upcoming content. Thank you so much for being here with me until the end. A big hug, and see you in the next video. Habit 7. The ability to say no. The ability to say no is a powerful skill, and at the same time, a natural consequence of all the habits I've mentioned so far. When we have clarity about our values and priorities, it becomes much easier and more liberating to decline what doesn't add value or align with what we believe. Accepting something that goes against our principles just to please others or avoid conflict doesn't make sense and, in the long run, can lead to frustration and a loss of purpose. But saying no goes beyond words. It's a choice reflected in our daily actions. For example, when we decide to spend hours on social media, we're automatically saying no to more meaningful activities. When we accumulate unnecessary debt, we're saying no to financial freedom and, consequently, our peace of mind. That's why, before accepting or refusing something, it's important to reflect on what we truly want and how each decision connects to our goals and values. Learning to say no is, in fact, saying yes to ourselves and to what truly matters in our lives. Habit 6. Clarity. All the habits I've mentioned so far have one thing in common. They pave the way for clarity. The more we know ourselves and align our actions with our values, the clearer it becomes who we are, who we want to become, and what truly matters in our lives. This clarity makes us less vulnerable to external influences, others' expectations, and the constant noise of the world around us. It allows us to make more conscious and intentional choices that align with our purpose and life goals. Understanding our values works like a compass, guiding our decisions and helping us chart a path that's safer, more coherent, and more fulfilling. This clarity gives us the confidence to move forward, even in the face of uncertainty, and the assurance that we're building a life that makes sense to us. Habit 5. Self-reflection. Self-reflection has become an indispensable habit on my minimalist journey. Living with intentionality requires us to look inward, constantly evaluating who we are, what we do, and where we're headed. This process is essential for identifying areas where we can improve and, more importantly, for deciding how to allocate our most precious resources, time and energy. This habit taught me to be more mindful of my choices and to seek ways to grow as a person. Whether through reading, meditation, or creating content, self-reflection has allowed me to grow in alignment with my values. For example, creating YouTube videos is a practice that emerged from this habit. Reflecting on my experiences and sharing my insights with you has become a form of personal growth that aligns with my intention to be useful and authentic. When we observe ourselves honestly and intentionally, we can focus on what truly matters and grow more meaningfully, always in tune with what we want to build in our lives. Habit 4. Organization. Organization was, without a doubt, one of the most impactful habits minimalism brought into my life. As I've mentioned before, possessions are just the tip of the iceberg. The real transformation happened when I started applying organization not just to my physical space, but to my life as a whole. Organizing my environment brought an immediate sense of peace and clarity. Knowing exactly where everything is not only eliminates the stress of searching for things, but also helps identify excess and let go of what's unnecessary. But the impact goes beyond the physical. I realized that by organizing the space around me, I was also organizing my mind. This habit even influenced how I manage my time. By eliminating clutter, both physical and mental, I gained more focus and productivity, prioritizing what truly matters. In the end, living in a lighter, more organized environment directly translates to a lighter, more organized life. Habit 3. Financial discipline. One of the most common sayings about money is, spend less than you earn. While it sounds simple, reality shows it's not always easy to put into practice. The The high levels of debt in many countries, including Brazil, are proof of that. For me, minimalism was a turning point in this area, as it taught me to make financial decisions more consciously and intentionally. Before, it was easy to fall into the trap of impulsive spending or taking on unnecessary debt. But adopting minimalism helped me see money differently, as a tool to build a life aligned with my values. This habit led me to avoid thoughtless purchases, prioritize savings, and live a simpler but much more satisfying lifestyle. Over time, I noticed that this financial discipline brought not only greater stability, but also freedom. By gaining more control over my spending and investing in what truly matters, I created space for a better quality of life, fewer worries, and, most importantly, the peace of mind of knowing I'm on the right track. Habit 2. A Sufficiency Mindset. One of the most transformative habits minimalism brought into my life was adopting a sufficiency mindset. I learned to focus more on what I already have rather than fixating on what I lack. This might sound simple, but in a society where we're constantly bombarded with consumption stimuli, the idea of needing more becomes almost automatic. We're always chasing the next goal, the next upgrade, or the next achievement, believing it will finally bring satisfaction. However, this endless pursuit never truly ends. There's a phenomenon called hedonic adaptation, which explains how our happiness tends to return to its baseline, no matter how exciting an achievement or new possession might initially feel. I realized it's pointless to keep chasing more if I can't appreciate what I already have. A sufficiency mindset is a daily exercise in gratitude and recognition. It's about seeing what already brings meaning and joy to our lives, without falling into the traps of excessive consumption, or the illusion that the next purchase will solve our problems. This habit not only reduces the anxiety of always wanting something new, but also brings a sense of fulfillment from valuing the present and what truly matters. Habit 1. Avoiding comparison. Avoiding comparison was one of the most liberating habits I learned through minimalism. One of the pillars of this lifestyle is intentionality, and living more intentionally helped me realize how unfair and draining it was to compare my life to others. The truth is, comparison rarely helps us. When we stop worrying about external standards or what irrelevant people think about our choices, we gain time, energy, and, most importantly, peace. Everyone has a unique journey with different challenges, contexts, and resources. The problem is that we often only see others' stage performances, especially on social media, without knowing the behind-the-scenes struggles or sacrifices involved. Comparing others' public highlights to our private struggles is a recipe for frustration. That's why I've focused on the only comparison that truly matters, with myself. Evaluating my progress, reflecting on how I can improve, and celebrating my own milestones has proven far more productive. Avoiding comparisons allows us to live according to our own values, guided by what truly matters to us rather than what the world expects. When we stop seeking external validation, we find greater clarity and purpose in following our path. When we hear about minimalism as a lifestyle, it's common to immediately associate it with reducing possessions, organizing spaces, and avoiding material excess. But for me, minimalism goes far beyond that. It's not just an organization strategy, it's a philosophy that touches every aspect of life. Adopting this mindset led me to notice profound changes in my habits, my routine, and even the way I connect with the world. That's why today, I want to share with you the 7 minimalist habits that have transformed the way I live.